Today's topic is center of mass. It is a point inside or outside the body at which the total mass of the body is assumed to be concentrated. It is the point inside or outside of the body at which total mass of the body is to be assumed is assumed to be centered, to be concentrated. Means this point may be inside or outside the body. On other hand, we can also explain that the vector sum of moment of mass of each particle of the body about the center of mass will be 0. For example, this one is any object. It is the center of mass Cm. It is made up of so many particles having mass m1. Its distance is r1. Here is m2. Its distance is r2. This one is m3. Its distance is from center of mass is r3. Then m1 r1 plus m2 r2 plus dot dot dot, that will be 0. The important case here is moment of mass means same as in torque. Moment of force, in the case of torque, moment of force that's force into perpendicular distance, same moment of mass that's m into r. Here r is perpendicular distance. This one is r is perpendicular distance. Now we have to prove this one, m1 r1 plus m2 r2. Well, why the vector sum will be 0. Now some main points about the center of mass. Note, we have this rod, the uniform rod. We suspend this one with a thread. Here is thread. It will be balanced when it is suspended. Here will be the center of mass. Center of mass means in the center of the rod. This one is r. This will also be the r. It means center of mass of the uniform rod will be at the center. If we put some mass at one end, some mass at this one end, then definitely this end will bend downward. This is the thread. Here is some mass is placed here. Mass. Now we want to balance again this one. Then definitely this thread, it must shift towards the heavier part. Then it will again balanced. Means in this way, if we shift this mass, it becomes balanced at the thread. Here is the mass. Means center of mass will be, it will shift towards the heavier part. So number 1 is center of mass of the body always shifts towards the heavier part. As in this case rod. My second point, center of mass will always be on that line or on that plane which will bisect the object. Center of mass will always lie on that line or on that plane which will bisect the object. For example, we have a rectangular plate. This one is a rectangular plate. Now we want to find the center of mass, this one. Then draw a line which will bisect the rectangular plate. Then definitely this will be the line of symmetry. Also this will be the line of symmetry. this will be center of mass. In the same way, if we take a disk, this one is disk. If we draw a line of symmetry, then this one is the line of symmetry. Line of symmetry. This will also be the line of symmetry. Here will be center of mass. This point will be center of mass. Same thing in case of ring. In both the cases, the center of mass is inside the body. Now, suppose this one is a ring. It is a ring. If we draw the line of symmetry, it will be the line of symmetry. The line of symmetry. Then this one is center of mass, Cm. Now we take a cone. Here is cone. If we draw the line of symmetry, is a plane which will bisect this cone into two parts. Means center of mass will be on this plane. Cm will be on this plane. But if we draw a line from midpoint, this height is h, this is also h for L, this is x, this is also x, then it is not the line of symmetry. It is not the line of symmetry. It means it will not be center of mass. The heavier part is downward, so center of mass will be towards the heavier part. Here will be center of mass. Here is center of mass is outside the body. Here is center of mass. Center of mass is outside the body. Now, next topic is center of mass of a system of two particles. Cm of a system of two particles. Suppose these are the two particles. This one is x-axis, this one is y-axis, x-axis and y-axis. Here is mass m1. Here is mass m2. Then definitely center of mass will be on the line which will join m1 and m2. This is the line of joining m1 and m2. Suppose the position vector means the distance from the origin of this m1 is this one, r1. Position vector of m1 is r1 and position vector of m2 is this one is r2. These are the two position vectors. We are sure that the center of mass will be on the line which will join m1 and m2. Suppose this point is A, this point is B, and suppose here is the center of mass C. Then the position of this point will be, suppose this one is R, we have to treat definitely this C point will be the center of mass. Now suppose force, external force on M1 and M2 are F1 and F2 are F1 and F2. These are the external force. They are applied externally. It is F2 and F1 dash and F2 dash are the internal forces on the system. Are the internal forces on M1 and M2. Here is vector. Here internal means force due to gravity. Internal force are gravitational force. Or gravitational force, they are a pair of action and reaction pair. Here F1 dash will be equals to minus F2 dash. Now the net force on the system will be net force on the system that is F will be F1 plus F2 plus F1 dash plus F2 dash, but the sum of F1 and F1 dash and F2 dash, this one is 0. So the net force F will be F1 plus F2. Here is F is the net force on the system. We know very well by the Newton's second law. By Newton's law, F is ma. So for first particle, for m1, F1 will be m1 dv1 upon dt. Here v1 is the velocity of the particle having mass m1 due to force F1, and for m2, F2 will be m2 dv2 upon dt. Here v2 is the velocity of mass m2 due to force F2. If we put these values in from first, here we want to prove that definitely C point on the figure will be the center of mass. So from first, F is m1 dv1 upon dt plus m2 dv2 upon dt. We can also write this one. F will be d upon dt, the sign of differentiation, m1 v1 plus m2 v2. But here we know because of v is d r upon dt, or we can write for m1, this number is 2. For m1, v1 is d r1 upon dt, and v2 will be dr2 upon dt. On putting these values in second, then we will get from second equation, second, F will be d upon dt m1 dr1 upon dt plus m2 dr2 upon dt. We can also write F will be d upon dt, again d upon dt. Here is m1 r1 plus m2 r2, or we can also write F will be d2 upon dt square, is the double derivative, into m1 r1 plus m2 r2 divided by m2 r2. If we divide this equation by m1 plus m2, total mass of the system is capital M, that's m1 plus m2. If we multiply and divide the RHS side of this equation, so it becomes F will be m1 plus m2 से multiply किया, and d2 upon dt square, that is m1 r1 plus m2 r2 divided by m1 plus m2. If we see the unit of this factor, the unit of this factor will be simply meter, the unit of distance. The unit of this factor will be meter, is meter. It means we assume this factor as distance. Suppose m1 r1 plus m2 r2 divided by m1 plus m2 is r. Then see the previous equation. So F will be m1 plus m2 into d2 upon dt square and r. Or we can also write F is m into d2 upon dt square and r. Think about this factor. This one is the acceleration, and this is the mass of the system, mass of the total system. This one is acceleration. So definitely this d2 upon d2r upon dt square will be the acceleration of the system. It is Newton's second law. Second law, which is applicable on the system. It is the mass of the system. So this d2r upon dt square will be the acceleration of the system. Here d2r upon dt square is the acceleration of the system. It means, so r is the position vector of the center of mass. R is the position vector of the center of mass. It means that C point is the center of mass. So C will be center of mass of the system. Whose position vector is R? Means for center of mass, here R will be, R vector is M1 R1 plus M2 R2 upon M1 plus M2. That is RCM. This one is most important formula. If we suppose the center of mass is at, origin is at C. If origin is at center of mass, then the value of RCM will be 0. M1 R1 plus M2 R2 upon M1 plus M2 is 0. Or we can also write M1 R1 plus M2 R2 is 0. As in previous definition, for the system of n particles, we can also write RCM will be M1 R1 plus M2 R2 plus Mn Rn divided by M1 plus M2 plus Mn. Or we can write in short, for RCM will be sigma Mi Ri vector. It is 1 upon capital M. Here capital M is the total mass of the system. It means M1 plus M2 plus M3 and so on. Here I is equals to 1 to N. Here capital M is M1 plus M2 plus Mn. Mass, total mass of the system. Okay, आज की इतना sufficient. Now on next step.